know. Fuck around and see it, cause you know I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Web3 breakfast, serving size like Texas. I'm a beast, yeah, baby. You know I'm reckless. We stacking blue chips, my people by the dip. Matte Black Lambo coming soon. Don't forget, sign the check.
Web3 breakfast. Fuck a Lexus, push a Maserati, keep a diamond Jesus on my necklace. I'm living reckless. Fuck a job, cash the check, grab the bag, hit the flight, we on the next one. Wife changing money, just ask my honey. Got a diamond on my face, I can't help it, I'm new money.
Web3 breakfast, wake and bake, appreciate the checklist, moderate the stage, perplexing everything you say, and not to mention, I think I rug. Maybe I should shrug it off, go touch some grass, perhaps some plug.
Web3 breakfast,
Web3 breakfast.
Boom. Man, that thing always gets me juiced up. I love the vibe of that. Don't you? Don't you just love that song? Turbo, I think you are muted on the web stream. I don't see you in the space yet.
I haven't come in yet. I'm sorry, bro. It's just like in my name that I titled this is like Web3 break, and I just stopped because that's my day right now, bro. I'm just like I'm halfway there, and then
hey, at least it's not Monday anymore, man. We just squeaked along through the week. Felt like Groundhog Day. Every day is a Thursday, or every day's a Monday until it's Friday. I believe there was some line like that, and Seven may have said it. It may have been something that was typed out, and I am going to make a T-shirt that says every day is Monday until it's Friday, or something like that. It's Monday. Oh, that's what it was. It's Monday until it's Friday, and thankfully it is now Friday. So GM fam, thank you so much for joining us. It is the 17th of November. I am just absolutely mind blown that next week is Thanksgiving. And it is about 10 a.m. here, or 9 a.m. here on the East Coast. Man, all right, yeah, we're having one of them days. It's going to be one of them days. It is going to be one of those days. I love it. But appreciate you guys being here. Turbo, let me bring you on up so you can help me save myself from myself. Oh, but good morning, fam. Got Vader in the house. GM, haven't seen you in a while, man. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Issues. Corey, 7. You like that juice? Man, 7. You fooled me with that new PFP here. There you go. Bring you on up here. We got Mike.
All right. Finally. I have made it, I think. Okay. Man, Friday.
Hey.
Pizza Friday.
Oh, dude. Check this out. Talk about epic pizza stories of all time for I guess maybe not of all time, but for my lately. So I'm busting on out of here after Ben's live stream today. So I'm going to be out of the office about 1:00. Head up to Nashville. My sister recently moved up there with her husband and her 2 kids, and all of my siblings and my mother are now coming. They're all from Chicago. And so they are all going to come to my sister's house. We're all having a sleepover at my sister's house. We got air mattresses for all of us. We're all just going to have like an good old fashioned slumber party, like when, we were kids sleeping on a floor. And we're going to have this pizza place that has Nashville hot chicken pizza. Now I'm going to try this because it sounds incredible. Absolutely incredible. But I am super excited to have a pizza party with my entire family. There's 22 of us when we all get together, and that's my siblings, their children, and my mother. And then, obviously my wife and daughter. So it's 22 of us. We are going to be having a fun-ass weekend of pizza tonight. We're doing barbecue tomorrow, some Nashville barbecue spot tomorrow. And then everybody heads home on Sunday.
Bro, that's awesome.
I'm juiced.
That's gonna be super dope.
I'm so juiced for the weekend to go see my whole family, man. It's been a long time since we all got together. I think it was actually, it was over right after Christmas through the New Year. We all went to Disney as a family, which that was a wild time. Like big, massive groups at Disney is when you talk about chaos, man. That's how you get an anxiety attack if you get anxiety.
I've never been to Disney, but after this next bull, I'm gonna definitely take my kids to Disney for sure.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
what would be fun?
I'm excited what's coming.
Dude, yes, you and your boys, 7, his fam, me and my fam, we do like a whole, let's get the Web3 breakfast team. We set up a date that we are all going, and then we open it up to the community. And by the bowl, dude, our community is going to be wild. And dude, we're going to take over Disney. And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw the news. Speaking of today's show, I know we're in the chop shop, but today's a recap of the week, and we can talk about this. But Disney partnered up with Dapper Labs. Now the name escapes me of the program, but Disney's doing the digital pins. So if you are a Disney person, you know there's like this subculture of this pin trading thing. Now they're doing a digital version of it, so they have a digital marketplace for the trading to go on. I know all of my nieces and nephews and my sisters and my mom go wild for this. It was such a strange thing that like it came into, you know, when we were there, I got excited for it. So now I got like a little thing that carries all my little pins. It stays in the closet until we go to Disney. Like I don't. It's not something that I keep out on my shelf or anything. So I'm not a Disney weirdo.
Man, look, I got a friend back home. She goes to Disney like every other month. I'm like, that's crazy to me. She loves it. She gets so excited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my sister's, man. They go.
It's crazy, man. Like, sheesh. Yeah, but I mean, I guess like if you bought all the packs and stuff, like the food packs and like stuff, it could probably be fine. Probably wouldn't be that bad. Because like I know we went to SeaWorld and we did like the meal packs and stuff. Yo, at one point I was just getting plates of brisket and just throwing it away. I wanted to make sure I got my money's worth. Just because I wanted to get my money's worth. You know what I mean? I paid a lot for that. You know what I mean? So I threw a couple plates in the trash. I'd take one out and give it to somebody outside and stuff. You know, but
it's like, you know, it's like going on a cruise. Like, have you gone on a cruise, and especially if you've gone on like what is it, like a carnival cruise or whatever, you know, like where the plates are, they're not plates, they're like saucers or like platters. Thank you. Yeah. And you see like these people with this mound of food, like, you are gonna eat all of that? And then sometimes you see like the real big guys have like 2 fucking plates in their hands, and you're like, you're gonna eat all that?
Well, I always think like, damn, you got some strong wrists. You know, like I think that's all the cruise ships are for, man. Gambling and eating and drinking.
Yeah, that's true. I'm guilty of I love when we get into international waters, because that casino, it's been my friend. It's my frenemy. It's my frenemy. We'll leave it at my frenemy. Yep. My frenemy. Shout out to White.
Yeah, do that. But we got hands.
Let's get to it.
Seven got his hand up. Then we can definitely hit issues. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep things rolling. Yo, what's up, Seven? Nothing to hear.
I'm gonna let you know that I love Disney. I know a lot about Disney, and we'll have a fucking blast. I have a unbiological twin. She has the same birthday as me, and she is an avid Disney goer. She goes like every other month. And she like has given me all the juice on what to fucking do and how to make the best of times and all this other mess. So, dude, I can't wait to go, just because it will be a fucking adventure.
Yeah, it will. It'll be fun. I'm excited about that. I like the idea of a big old community group. Now we could maybe do something more.
No, wait a second. You literally. Hold on. You literally started. You're like, there's nothing that give you more anxiety than taking a large group of people to Disney.
Well, we went here. Now I did say that we went over the New Year holiday, and over the New Year holiday, it's like the busiest time to be. So like that made in complications. Whereas now, if you go like maybe during the slow season, if that's maybe when we go, that would be great. Kind of maybe, or if we're like bull whales. We rent out the freaking park for the day, like Kanye would have done for Kim K back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do.
Oh man, that would be. You know what? I'd really like that because with like my TBI, like I don't have to stand in line, and so like you guys have to be waiting in line, and I just go to the front of the line and ride the ride, and then because I can't bring all of you.
We'd all go to the front with you.
I can. You can? Everybody?
I think if you have one person that has like the ability to get to the front of the line in the group, the whole group gets to go. Plus, we're going to be a special group. Like, we'll have arranged this in advance. So we'll have
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
I remember because my cousin twisted her ankle when we went to Disney World, and she had to get put in a wheelchair. And so they let her and us. It was like they limit you to like two people or something like that. But you can. And GM to everybody. Thank you for gatekeeping me out of the StreamYard. No, just joking. I don't know what's going on with my computer.
I literally copied the link and sent it up. So he's like, yo, that's the one from yesterday.
Done, okay, I just want to
bro, facts. Oh my god.
Secretary after the Miami.
Jeez Louise.
Handle all of our meaningless, tasks.
Bro, Jay, we're on a call with Tony Bravado last night trying to get him the packet, and like I cannot send the packet to anybody.
I'm like, bro, this
like it just
like you can't. I can't send a packet. Like I don't even know. Like 74K. Did you code this up for him or something, brother?
Oh, I'm having freaking aneurysm about this packet. Like it's a half-ass packet anyway, bro. And speaking of half-ass, like I am literally I have completely just forgot the second hand over there. I'm being
issues. What's up, fam?
Thank you,
much, man. How y'all doing today, bro? I was just gonna say I was in here. I didn't want to cut you guys off. You know what I'm saying? But I know that you said you're going to Nashville. And you gotta check out so the Grand Ole Opry Mall, right? There's a mall right next to there. And then you ever seen that chick that cooks the food, Paula Deen?
Oh,
the old lady.
Had them hot butter swimps, y'all.
There's a Paula Deen restaurant right next to the mall. You gotta go check that place out, bro. That motherfucking place is slamming, yo.
Woo! Hot diggity dog.
It's good. I can't, man. You can't beat that place right there. And then, Disneyland, bro, the best experience I ever had at Disneyland, I went during COVID, right? And right when they first opened during COVID, dude, there was no lines, man.
Yeah.
I went to all three parks. I had to wear a mask and shit. But listen, me and my kids had the best time ever because we were able to ride every ride multiple times.
Dude,
right?
That's fun.
It was awesome. It was fucking awesome.
That's how you do it, man. Like, I bet, like everything, like at that time, like, pandemic, post-pandemic, shortly at the end of it, there, like, things were ghost towns. Like, you could go to amusement parks, you could travel. Like, flights were empty. Like, it was just so easy, and I was still traveling throughout the whole thing. So, like, it was just so easy to get through an airport. Now it's like we're back to congestion. Blah. Bring it back. Bring back empty airports. I like to. Or no. What's the next best thing? Because unfortunately, clear. Everybody's getting clear now, and so I need to get to the next thing. Just take my eyeballs out of my body if you need them. What do you need from me? Just let me get through faster than everyone else, please.
Sorry, we're on a little bit of a delay, so I actually jumped in a little early. I missed your moment.
You guys take airplanes all the time, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're used to that shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a busy.
Man. We're debating on what we're gonna do. Hopefully, as things get closer, we might pull a big road trip.
This is true.
I know. I want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I do too, bro. And pick people up along the way, and then we can create.
That'd be so fun.
That way. You know what I'm saying? And just really give people the whole experience.
I do. So little thing.
My wife would freak the fuck out.
I do have a little bit of experience with something very similar. Now, not only did I spend 10 years in the charter bus industry, and so I know I could do that in my sleep. But also back in was it 2020, 2021? Now I can't remember what year it was. We did the crypto bit bus, and we all assembled in Los Angeles, and we rented a charter bus. We got it totally wrapped up with sponsors, and we rode that sucker up to San Francisco. Went up there for the Bitcoin conference, and had a blast, man, creating content. We were doing all sorts of games and fun stuff, creating content along the way. Stopped for lunch, man. That was cool. So that would be a fun idea to start. Obviously with AI, you're in the Detroit area. Start that thing in Detroit and bring that sucker all the way down to Miami. If not, at the minimum, what we do is start in Atlanta and drive down to Miami. I mean, that seems a little more economical, probably.
Well, yeah. And from Michigan, isn't it I-75 all the way down?
Straight down.
Yeah, I wouldn't take 75. I'd take 95 because if you go to Miami, you're going on the East Coast. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Run the whole
but most
coast?
people from Detroit,
I did that.
move to Florida. If you go on the west coast of Florida, you can it's a heavier like Michigan Midwestern culture
Mhm.
over the west coast, as opposed to the east coast is more like New York, Philly, Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So
I
Florida,
love
that's why it's
Southwest
fucking crazy.
Southwest Florida, man. I lived down there several times throughout my life. Like you cannot go wrong with like Cape Coral, Naples, Fort Myers. That area is slapping, dude. Like it is just a beautiful part of the country. The weather's gorgeous. Yeah, you might have some hurricanes here and there, some storms, whatever. Like the beautiful everything far outweighs like the potential of that shit.
I mean, I wouldn't go so far as saying Fort Myers. I mean, but yeah, Estero and Cape Coral, Naples,
Sanibel. Yeah. Okay, I was generalizing. You're right.
Mm-hmm. The 74K, what's going on, man?
Well, did you know? It's like a very high percentage, like 85-90% of the episodes of Cops were filmed in Fort Myers Beach. So you're right.
Oh, I can believe it. Florida got some of the most craziest. Like I've been to some cities, man. But Florida, Vegas, and Chicago, man, have gotta be like the weirdest. Like you'll see the most randomest stuff. At least
whoa! I'm from Florida and the Chicago area.
Me,
so damn.
Yeah, that explains why you're so weird.
Point even.
Where's the trumpets on that? Dang it, man.
Yo, you know what I would really want like more than anything in the world issues is like I would love to hear you trying like explaining crypto to your other like heavy operator workers. Like I would love to just see you guys like.
It's not the easiest thing, bro. Listen.
Oh, I know.
And they're like, yo, you mean the Coinbase? I'm like, no, man, you gotta like get a Casper wallet. I got mining rigs. I'm like, listen, man, you don't want Coinbase. That's the last one you want. Like,
dude, I think you're absolutely right because like it's so like it resonates. It's normal. It's just normal stuff. Like you're right, but the problem is issues like and that's the problem all of us have, right? Is that we're so like deep into this that like okay, so I had asked for some critique on one of the beginner videos that I did the other day, and this or like a couple weeks ago, right? And someone said like in like the first sentence you talk about how it's going to be a beginner style video, but then like you make like almost like 3 inside jokes that like unless you like really know like the crypto industry, like it's not going to make sense to you. It's like shit, like no matter how hard we try like to just like come down to like a level of understanding that might make sense to like an actual beginner, it's really hard. Yeah. It's a challenge.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
They look at me like I got 3 heads on my fucking head, right? So
I would just love to see this. I'd love to see these videos, bro.
Like I got my buddy Tyrone here, and he will fucking he's
I love Tyrone. Shout out to Tyrone.
He will not. He doesn't give a fuck about crypto, right? I try to talk to him about it. He's like, nah. And I'm like, man, Pete, you
ain't trying to do that, man.
Right? Like, and he ain't trying to hear none of that. And I'm like, come on, man, make you a Coinbase, get you like a Solana, or get you some Ethereum or whatever you're into. You know what I'm saying? Fine. Whatever. Just start out.
Yeah.
Start somewhere. Start small.
Start out.
Right?
Speaking of Seven, I think you might know the statistic more than I. But a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how, like what are some important coins to be looking at? And one thing that we talked about on the show is immutable. And Seven pointed out that like based on when we talked about it versus where now, you'd be up like, I don't know, like 100 and some %, right?
You'd be up 100. It doubled in price since we talked about it on the show. Like you would have doubled your money no matter, like you would have been able to get all your Christmas presents for free if you would have thrown in $100 or $500. Yeah,
free Christmas presents, free Hanukkah presents.
I have so many people that have thrown in like so much money into IMX and Loop Ring and any kind of L2 coin because like when they first came out, the biggest name that they were partnered with was GameStop. And that was forever ago. But because of the partnership with them, people, threw bags at these coins and have been holding this whole time, waiting for, whatever is going to happen with them. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes because it's going to go only up from here because of the protocol and what Loop Ring is getting used for.
I see. I did a quick Google search for GameStop. They have announced launched their early Black Friday deals. So if that's something you're looking for, check that out. Go ahead, Turbo.
I was gonna say, I've been meaning to tell you, I did buy some Solana tokens.
Oh, good for you. That's exciting.
And I'm just gonna hold them. I'm just gonna hold them. I know, and like you remember, we're recapping this week, and I forget who it was, but somebody was like, "Oh, if you bought them at the top," and I'm like, "Yes, I'm right on par, man. That means the bull's coming back because that's my greatest strategy." Buying at the top,
well,
riding to the bottom.
Like, listen, that's going to be a local top, right? That thing's going to end up ripping. Like, so just hang on to them. Like, you're fine. It's like a DCA strategy, right? Like, it's down probably a little bit more than when it pumped. Or I think it actually, well, let's take a look at that really quick. I think Mike Edge has a speaker here. Bring you on up.
Hot Mike.
Hey, he's rugging. He's hot micing. What's up? What coin were we looking at again?
Solana.
Hey, I'm gonna do I was thinking I might need to get a Turbo Maiden now that I use the Solian to do the Soul Brothers skit. I think that skits are a wonderful way to do outreach and beautiful forms of education. So
I actually got involved in Solana this weekend, like in a heavy way, and I turned 10 Solana into like 150 off a DGen fucking meme coin. So you never know, Turbo. You could always go into a shitty ass meme coin and it could fucking 20x on Solana right now because there's so much value over there. So
well, I mean, here's the deal, right? Like, I just want to start getting into this like habit. No, just a habit of just put $100 in. You know what I mean? Like, think about you blow $100 in a day.
You can get my DMs, bro, and I'll show you a couple that's like below or right at.
Yeah, get in my DMs issues. I mess with you.
I'm dropping.
So
we won't talk about it here, but
so next week, I think it's either going to be like next week. Hey, love, do me a favor, drop down, come out, and then come if you're rugging, because if you can't hear anybody, that would be the best move. Hop down and then we'll bring it back up. I think next week, although, so we're bringing on a show sponsor next week. That's going to be exciting. Possibly more in the works, so we'll see how that goes. And then we are going to be doing. We've been talking about like the news and numbers show, and so I think I would love that to be a collaborative live stream as well, right? And so like issues like let's find a way and let's find a time, whether it's in the next week or two, to sketch out how maybe a conversation would look with you and what we would want to talk about. But I think that it's time to really start looking at coins, looking at projects, looking at the markets, and really looking to make some moves, because I think we're going to see some volatility. I think we're going to see some price action in our favor move down, hopefully in the short term here, and it's going to be time to capitalize on that. Now, are we going to see some mini pumps here and there? Absolutely, and that's why I mean like the volatility, but being able to capture, and we're going to get some opportunities, I think, to work with some exchanges. And so hopefully with like the new indicators and doing things the smart way, working with Matthew, learning how to do some risk mitigation, find ways to leverage trade in a smart way, and see if we can come out on top of this bull run. My goal is lofty, but I'm ready, man. LFG, let's get some hands.
Yeah. And it's a few dollars at a time. That's it. It's a few bucks at a time.
That's it.
Well, I saw AJ yesterday bust a hour trade in Solana. So it is an opportune time for you to kind of like educate yourself. It's something that I'm venturing into is actually learning more metrics of understanding the trade and and how to leverage trade correctly, and start off with paper accounts and things of that nature. As I start transitioning myself around different people who have experience. You want to take advantage of those opportunities to learn, and that's how you get ahead in life. Like you can, everyone can 100x on a meme token, but I promise you, if you take time, 18 minutes off the day, set aside in your schedule and say, hey, this is my focus block. I'm going to focus on this, nothing else. Everything is out of the way. That's a distraction. And in that way, you're more informed and you're better at decision making. And there's a lot of tools to help assist us along the way. So, I saw AJ yesterday going through all his tools that he was using. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. This makes something that was once an intimidating factor less intimidating.
Yeah. It really is, man. If you really kind of break down a lot of the components, it's not as I'm not saying that it's not, a great idea or anything, but I think if you learn what you're doing, he seems to like. Now he has a very good understanding of a lot of that stuff, and it's really amazing for me to be able to sit in this room and hear him talk. Like, he was on Nick and Miguel, Crusader and Keeper's live stream. They're doing that debate wars yesterday, and yeah, man, he hit like a show all-time high on some trades that and when he talks about this stuff, he's like so passionate about it, and he knows what the heck he's talking about. And I think being able to absorb some of that knowledge and just from being in here by osmosis and exposure, I think is it's definitely helpful for me, and I hopefully we can bring that to some more people. So definitely excited for that. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And I've always got these lofty goals, and I don't want to say like, oh, we're starting it next week, and then it's not possible, and so then it doesn't happen. Then you guys say this guy's an idiot. So let's say like 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll start that show.
It's going to start when it starts. You know what I mean?
There you go.
My
God,
2 weeks.
I like that.
Don't be encouraging those
Turbo come through in the clutch.
Procrastination behaviors, Turbo. No, we get started 2 weeks. I'm holding you to that.
We can't let the analysis paralysis hold us back. We got to just get going. But you know what I mean. But
just go to church, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in the game like EA Sports.
Get in the freaking game. Speaking of getting in the freaking game, I see two hands. I see Marauder and Modern Canadian. Now I have not been looking at my phone, so I don't know who put their hand up first. So I will let the gentlemen be gentlemen and figure that out amongst yourselves.
I guess I'll go. I believe Perfect. I had mine up first, but
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know he's Canadian though, so he's just automatically a gentleman and super nice. So at least we assume so. But yeah, GM guys, thank you for having me up here. I guess I wanted to ask Issues a question about his Solana trading. So what dApp do you use? Like, what's the primary dApp you use to do that?
I'm using birdeye.so.
Birdeye.so?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I've always been curious about doing that because I obviously Solana's super fast and super cheap, so it makes sense to maybe transition into doing some like high frequency trading on there, like doing some really quick plays, just because Ethereum takes like way too long, and Arbitrum too. Like I love Arbitrum. Yeah, I love GMX on Arbitrum, like the whole 50x leverage on there. But it just onboarding and offboarding is such a pain. Like onboarding onto Arbitrum isn't hard, but then like getting your ETH off Arbitrum it takes like 7 days. I think it's ridiculous.
No, you can actually convert directly USDC over to the Phantom wallet from Ethereum to Solana. It was just announced today. So Phantom just announced today that you can actually convert your USDC directly to the Solana network through their wallet. So that's actually that's actually
I was about to say, I guess I'm a Solana max,
Whistle.
Where's your whistle?
I didn't feel like turning voice isolation off.
All right. I love it.
Whistle. Y'all know what that means. Yo, if it's your first time here, guys, it is time for our halfway point workout. This is all about healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy portfolios. If you do nothing more than just stand up and just let the blood flow back into your legs because you've been sitting on your derriere for too long. And so it's that time. Get up. I'm doing push-ups, Jay. Sit-ups?
Never.
It's a jam. Hey, and go check out that Open Minds. Let's go.
Real ones never die, educate and multiply. Someone drip, they said that I would freaking drown. Popping like Chris Breezy, I'm cheesing, look at me now. Feel like Eddie Murphy, got them screaming. They speaking on my life and they don't even know the meaning. I told them I would win, they ain't believe me. Man, they used to say I fall, now they say I didn't mean it. What you want? Tell me what you want. What you want from me? Came up from the bottom, lot of problems, but I saw with ease. Ain't nobody care, they wasn't there when I would walk in peace. I'm living plentiful, say thanks before I start my tree. Laughing at these people that be hating. This one for them haters praying that I wouldn't make it, man. They see me rolling by and that foreign need a fake. bracelet. Sacrifice so much for this moment, it's very sacred. Chugging on my roadmap. Who knew I'd get a song with Tony Dope? I used to have to sleep up on them flow mad times, but through the bad vibes, have my bag high, and now I found my sound, and it's that one that got them jumping around. They thought we was down.
Okay. I love Nessie, man. Man, he throws out some bangers. You know what I mean? So much drip.
Oh my God, bro.
So much drip. They said I would freaking drown.
He's doing a music video in Miami for this track that he has. Bro, this literally will be a Grammy contender. Like, for real. Like, it is.
Which one are you talking about?
Bro, the one that he played for us the other day.
Oh, yeah.
When he gave us a snippet for the mansion.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, bro. That right there.
The heater?
You know,
This one.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's the power of Web3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because him as an artist, he's very, very talented, and he's very, very hard-driven work ethic, you know, and being able to provide him with that look and the feel and, you know what I'm saying, the experience, and, you know, that's really going to help him out in his career. And like, that's what happens when we come together, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really, really excited for that, dude. Crazy scenes, you know, I got access to a lot of unaccessible locations, so I can't wait for that, man. It's going to be beautiful.
Man, Miami's going to be fun. Guys, and if you don't know what we're talking about, obviously, you know, we're talking about Nessie, but for Art Basel, you know, we're going to be throwing an event, Razzle Dazzle at the Basel. Be on the lookout for some marketing stuff, some flyers, some all sorts of cool stuff. And if you're down there, make sure you tap in, man. Either slide in the DMs if you're part of the group, our DM group here on Twitter. Make sure that you let us know that you're going to be in Miami. So we got to make sure that.
What day is the Razzle Dazzle happening?
8, 9, 10. December 8th.
Cool, because I might be able to come for like 8. I think the 8th, maybe.
Hell yeah. You know, obviously there's.
We'll be serving breakfast.
There will be.
Just know that.
There will be breakfast. There'll
breakfast, mimosas, all that good
pool
stuff.
parties. I may or may not debut the Chattahoochee Daddy. We'll see.
What is it?
Not happening.
Nah. If you don't know, it's not gonna happen. If you don't, hey, look, if you don't know, you know what I mean. You don't. Hey, but I do see D-Dish down there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
D-Dish, bro. You know, you want to do a lacy party. You know what I'm saying? Let us know a little soiree. It's not really because they're not really parties. We're not doing parties. It's not like a party.
Network.
This is network. It's networking and there is a pool if you want to get pool because some people might feel more comfortable in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hot. You know, that's just an extra.
It's also going to be December in Miami. It might not be hot. It might just be nice. It might just be, you know, put your feet in. You don't know. It could be
90.
Hot. Could be hot. Could be 90.
How hot is it going to be, love?
Oh man, shit's beautiful, bro. Like that time in Florida, man, it's the best. That's my favorite time. You know, from this time until like, man, January. You know, late January. It's pretty beautiful, man.
He speaks facts. He speaks the truth. It is beautiful down here right now. The weather's perfect.
I'm telling you, you get the nice ocean. I can't wait for the
70. It's 72 degrees
drop
out
time.
right now.
I can see it right now, pushing down Biscayne, gonna hit the bridge over the South Beach. My cousin.
Race cars.
All right. So 80s during the day, 70s at night, so maybe the high 60s. Okay. Hoodie at night.
And we forgot modern.
I love that.
In an 80 with an 80.
Okay.
Yeah, 80 with 80. Yo, modern. What up, family?
Yo, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, man. Good, man. How are you?
Oh,
yeah, good.
I'm out of coffee, so I'm a little upset really quick. Mike, before you go, like, we got a new coffee machine and it doesn't support my big tumbler, and so I had to bring a smaller coffee cup today, and I'm already out of coffee, and I'm kind of sad about that, and I got nothing else next to me. But I'm sorry, that was me just complaining.
You gotta double cup that. You gotta double fist with 2 cups.
I know. Lesson learned.
I also talked to Solana. Like, Solana's got some, at least for like Web3 gaming, because we know that's going to be huge in this next bull run. Solana's got some pretty good projects on there right now. I've been hearing a lot about Star Atlas. So I'm going to start checking out the other networks. Like, I'm big on Big Time right now. Big Time's a great game, but it's on Ethereum, and as good as the game is, but when we get to that bull run, you got huge gas fees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these games on ETH are going to struggle. Like, we don't have sharding yet. Like, and I don't even know if it's going to be ready for next bull run. And all the games on ETH are going to struggle. So looking at these other ecosystems like Avalanche, Solana, like, they got some amazing projects and really, really good games coming out.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. Now, unless like any of that sharding is on testnet, you're right. Like that's not really something that when you get a major influx of people that you really want to roll out, because that could cause some issues. I would hope that was something that I think all of us hoped that all of these things were implemented already, so that you've got time to really work out any kinks or whatever before before you start to see some more activity, because we're already seeing gas fees rise, and I was trying to move some stuff around yesterday and shit was slow. Bitcoin's slow, Bitcoin's expensive, ETH slow and expensive, man, it's annoying. And so
Bitcoin,
okay.
Like I'm mining right now, and I'm noticing my fees are going up. Like the hash rate's been going up, so I've been making less yield. But I've also why am I getting paid more? And I'm thinking about all these pumps and all the activity on Bitcoin. I'm getting paid more fees now.
Yeah, it's the ordinals. It's the activity, right? It's just that's the way that it is. Now, I'm sure it'll all get worked out over time. But going back to what we were talking about here, I love the idea, and why it reminds me to get back on track is because I just saw Ardo pop in here, and with you guys were talking about Star Atlas and with Solana and all that stuff. I mean, that's going to be a big bet for a lot of us. I believe, right, is not only when we get into the right time to really scoop up bags of whether it's the Star Atlas tokens, the Polis token, or Solana itself. These are definitely things that we know, because same thing, man. I've seen my timeline really start to fill up with people talking about Star Atlas, and so once you see that, it's like those are the things you got to start paying attention to, like the activity. But check the accounts, right? You don't want to just fall for a bunch of bot attacks and a bunch of bot accounts talking about something like people in the industry. Like once you see more people start to talk about it, and not like in a sponsorship way, those are the things you got to start paying attention to. Be Frank, what you got for us?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? What's up, everybody? Good morning to the Web3 Breakfast Club. I just been up here, what I'm saying, just hanging out, listening to the conversation. Ain't much had an input today because, we just been doing a weekly recap. So, I've been taking notes. So hear me out, JJ. You know what I'm saying? When you talking about coins, man, I appreciate that conversation because, I'm not, to be frank with you, I'm not too big into coins, and I'm just now kind of learning about them. So, like, when I get to, see AJ's videos and hear you guys talk about coins and stuff like that, man, I try to soak every bit of that information in for real. And we talking about the weekly recap, but I just want to talk about a couple things that happened to me, right? I went to a bookstore and got a book, and I had to put the book back. And I took a picture of it, and I didn't know the other day, man. Someone told me to click on the banner. I clicked on Matt's banner, and goodness gracious, that was the book that I put back. So that was wild. I don't know what told me to click on his banner yesterday, but I clicked on his banner. I seen the book that I had in my hand at the bookstore, and I thought that was wild.
If you're watching the live stream, really quick, guys, in case you didn't know, we do live stream to LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, and Facebook as well. But I got the book up on the screen right now, Warren Buffett in a Web3 World by Matthew Snyder and Stephen Teplitz. Check it out. It's a great book, great read, great application of how you can apply the traditional investment, and it's actually taking Warren Buffett shareholder meetings over time and applying Web3 knowledge to it. So fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put me out the bookstore because I was sitting there reading it. One of the books I was talking about in another space, I was like, man, I know they're over there eyeing me because I've been over here reading this book for at least 15 minutes. I know they're getting ready to come ask me to buy this book. So we're going to have to ask you to buy that book or leave.
Sir, please. Yep, absolutely. That's funny.
Please, not another page. No, sir. No, sir. You got to put the book back. Your free trial is there, but your free trial is over. But I do want to say just another thing as well is I want to shout out Rocky because Rocky took his time. Rocky too grimy. We got a bunch of artists in here. I want to shout out Nessie because he's grinding and working hard too, right? Mm-hmm. And just all the artists that are grinding and working hard. But Rocky worked with me yesterday and helped me get a music NFT with Turbo on it. And I was like, man, so it was my first one that I've ever bought. And I didn't really know how to do it. My man worked with me through it. And I ended up getting his Don't Talk to Me, which just got Turbo made it on it. So it's got my people's on it. It's got Chantel on it. It's like, oh my God, man. I can't stop playing that track. And now that it's in my wallet, bro, it feels even better.
Why in the world are we not playing that track here, fam? Where you at, Turbo?
Well, I'll tell you in the DMs.
Okay. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. But I just wanted to talk about it because it you know what I'm saying, I haven't been able to stop playing it, and my man worked with me to make sure that I was able to
change the whole. We're gonna change the whole style of this show.
Hey, but I see we got another hand up.
Hey,
it's just.
Yeah, I was going to get into the Star Atlas. So the reason why you're seeing it all over your timeline is that they just released. They're going to be releasing a version of their game. The game ain't going to be as good as what they wanted because the funds, the bear market was tough. They lost a lot of funding and things of that nature, but it's still dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as they put out the game, they're supposed to be adding development upgrades because you guys remember Star Atlas from the Bowl Run, right? Remember when it came out and everybody was all hype about it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was, so they have still been building and they're releasing their game. So be on the lookout, right?
Well, we got Ardo here. He is a huge supporter, very closely connected with Star Atlas.
Hey, yeah, they run one of the they run one of the largest, if not the largest, gaming guild for Star Atlas. Is that correct?
And then there was Ardo.
We need like some doom, 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 doom.
Hey, can you guys hear me all right?
Absolutely, man. How the heck are you?
Doing great. This is Ardo here, Commander Final Frontier. It's great to hear things about the gaming. It's great to hear things about Star Atlas and their upcoming release. I won't go into detail because right now we don't have enough time, but I think it is something very important to do for maybe a future Web3 breakfast, J-Change.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even me to get Wagner to come on and speak with us to the audience about it.
Love that.
These things are important for us to get involved, especially when we know what's coming with gaming in the bear market. And here's why. What have we seen in the past? Some of these games will be unaffordable to participate in to, some of the retail investors or just retail gamers, we should say. Because not all gamers are investors. So what does that look like for Star Atlas? Well, there's a lot of things coming. They just dealt with a Breakpoint. We just talked about them out at the Global Forum. And so next year is going to be very exciting time to see what development comes along with the next phase of the gaming. They will get there. If you know Wagner, he will find a way. So I'm really excited to continue the next wave of what Star Atlas has to offer.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, no, that, like I was saying, like that's something that that keeps a lot of us, connected into the Solana ecosystem that, not that we weren't anyway, but there's a lot of attention in it right now. So there's a lot of, there will be a lot of volatility. There will be a lot of opportunity. And then that gives you exposure then into the ecosystem. And much like that, you guys were talking about some of the other, let me open this back up again. You were talking about this bird's eye. And I believe y'all were talking about we're trading Solana stuff. But, now I didn't actually, maybe I did realize how big maybe some of these ecosystems were and how many other coins there were, like, say on Arbitrum and Optimism or Avalanche. Avalanche is really something that I want to get into. I want to learn more and more about the ecosystem of Avalanche and what that's got to offer. Because I know, it's another one. It's cheap. It's fast. It's, it's different than Ethereum. And, maybe just, because again, I like that we're going to put some, I almost feel like if we're going to put effort into Stars Arena, you should put effort into the whole blockchain, because then you got a whole general idea and understanding of, how the whole picture looks. Right. And so that's something I think I want to start digging into more is Avalanche. So if we got any AVAX, community members in the house, get in touch with me. I need to learn a little bit, and maybe I can find some of the best sites to do my own research from someone. So.
Yeah, I definitely, I was really excited about that, like getting into different chains, like I've been spending some time in VeChain over there, kind of looking at, different things and trying to learn, what they have going on and stuff. And, it is kind of like, it's kind of scary,
learning something
like
new.
leaving from home, Yeah, leaving home and then going over there because I have I know all them times I've been scam wamboozled and all that jazz. You know how that goes. And so now you got to do it all over again, and you go over there and
That happened to me, man. That was my introduction into Cardano. Is I fell for the fake iOS wallet. So I downloaded the fake wallet and got, I don't know, way too much Cardano. Just zoop, gone.
Dang.
And that happens. But I didn't know. I didn't know because I didn't know about the ecosystem. So like I didn't know that I should have not fallen for that. Everybody's like, "Oh, you fell for that." I was like, I didn't know. And that's when you got to learn a new thing, it's like you have to go back and like learn the beginner stuff of like a new ecosystem. And sometimes that's it's part of the journey. It's part of your responsibility, obviously, especially with self-custody. That is your journey and your responsibility. And sometimes you just take things for granted. That's all.
Jay, I got a question for you.
Okay.
When was the last time that you went to a Twitter space that you didn't know anybody and went on stage to try to talk?
I don't even know if that exists.
Boom.
Well, I mean, but there's spaces out there with people that we don't know.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so
I've never found one of people that I didn't know because that's just not how it works. I don't think.
I mean, I've definitely you've been in for a little bit longer than me. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely say like in some of these other chains and stuff, there's hosts and stuff that like, I don't know anybody in there.
Okay. So maybe if I've never went into, but if I went into an optimism space, like there's maybe a chance that I don't know anybody. I just don't know. Maybe I would know somebody. I'm not sure.
Sure. But when was the last time that you did that though? Can't even think about it, right? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've become so just stuck in our one zone, in our people of friends, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, bro, it does suck, you know what I mean? When you go into that room, you know what I mean? Especially like, because I mean, people know us here, you know what I'm saying? And like, and then I got to go in and be.
Well, that's a great segue.
Well, let's be frank here. They changed. I wouldn't be here right now if Turbo didn't drag me out of my little club. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If Turbo, you know what I'm saying, wasn't genuine, you know what I mean? Then I'd still be just hanging out with my club, doing what the club does, and then just leaving the space when the club space ends. You know what I mean? But now I got Turbo, made that connection, and I was like, oh man, Turbo, my guy. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to him, it feels like I've already known him, not that I just met him. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me give something a little different a try. So I'm coming here, hanging out with Turbo, requesting a mic, and then y'all just accepted me here and allowed me to have a voice and feedback and different things and different subjects. And so it's allowed me to branch out. But you're exactly right, though, because, hearing you guys talk about the space and the way it is and how it goes, when I came into the space, I found me a little hub and I just stayed there. You know what I mean? Because like I just hear all these people, like what you just talked about, how you didn't know, you just downloaded an app. You thought you were branching out and all you did was just download an app and it, it messed you up.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. Now I think it kind of brings me to my point. My question is there like a space, I was watching AJ yesterday and I'm not too big of a coin guy. I'm into the digital collectibles or the NFTs, more specifically. But, when I was watching him, he had me interested, and then he went through the tools that he used. And I was like, oh, you know what I mean? That was kind of like my drawback moment. Like, oh, oh, that was a lot. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, is there a space or is there like an idea for maybe AJ, is there like a place I go to find all these how-to videos and maybe like the different tools he uses and how he uses them?
So that's something him and I have actually been talking about. And I think the goal, and I'd say probably going to happen in the new year, right? Because he's going to be out of town this week. And, obviously with the holidays coming up, it's not the good idea to start something too crazy like that. But starting in the new year, And I think that goes for a lot of us. Is the whole idea is like to do those kind of videos all together, because I want to learn that shit as well, right? Like and I do know a lot of good fundamental stuff, but it's always great to get a refresher. Plus, learning from someone like him is fantastic. And so I think there's going to be a way for all of us to learn. And like, even if that's in, again, like that news and numbers show that we're talking about, that we're going to start sooner, for, the Web3 Breakfast channel, and then have him come into that. And maybe that's a focus series that we do with him to integrate and collaborate together. And that's, because that's something we've already been talking about, is like, when I hear him talk, like it is just the clear passion and understanding of what he's doing is just like, I've never had exposure to someone like that, like, in a trading sense. And like, that to me is, that's so valuable. And so if that's
Facts,
something,
and he's very patient.
bro, yeah,
he's very patient. He takes his time, and it's not anything against him. It's just I need a little bit more breakdown on the tool he uses. You know what I'm saying? Because when he's doing his videos, he's doing his coin videos, he's doing reviews. He ain't got time to break down the tools he's using. You know what I mean? I understand that, and that's why I asked.
So if we do like because like, I want to understand all that stuff, because like I'm gonna get, I've talked to the guy about the indicator, like I'm gonna get a copy of the high IQ indicator, and like obviously I know Crypto Face as well, and so we can add in Market Cipher, so like we can do all those things in layers as well, and then really learn how to use each one of those tools individually, and then learn like on from a beginner level, because again that's that's how we'd be putting this thing together, is step by step, and so that it works for everybody, and we all get like a nice fundamental foundation of how to get started doing this stuff. Because I'm really I'm really into this, and I'm excited about it. But I think honestly, like true if we're not trying to meet false expectations, like that's something definitely we'll see like in the next year. Speak of the mother chucking devil, there he is.
Hey, Turbo, what's up, dog?
Yo, that's my homie right there, bro. I was so sad.
Sad?
When I saw your video.
What video?
You didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know.
You dirty dog.
Pay attention to beautifully done. Baby. Let's get it.
No, I love it, man. Hey, look, man, you're getting everybody's attention. We've been talking a lot about you, man, and just how you're coming up, man. Super proud of everything you're doing, man. You're freaking killing it. Absolutely killing it. You're inspiring a lot of people, and I'm one of them.
One day at a time, baby. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. I got to make my thumbnail and shit. I'll catch up with you. Peace.
There he is, AJ. AJ. My brain loves AJ too.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Well, I mean, but that's what the razzle's about. The razzle dazzle. We were gonna take a little minute and kind of talk a little bit. We'll be having more information, obviously, on everything coming up in a space on Sunday.
Yes, and so that's
at 8 p.m.
So I just posted that up into the nest, right? So that's the thing for our space on Sunday night. Make sure that you guys tap in. Now, when we talk about like getting people involved, we talk about how can we engage our networks, how can we build and grow. I mean, that's the whole ethos of that, and like how can we get communities together? How can we be cross-chain? We like to say cross-pollinating, right? Instead of interoperable, cross-pollinating. So how do we do that? And so Turbo, much to his credit, said let's do a mega space. And so Sunday night, baby, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Well, just that way people don't have to show up in Miami, without knowing people, right? Player 2 Studios, myself and 74K, we're gonna get together a gaming night. And we're going to get all the gaming projects together, and we'll have a soiree where we'll network and all get together and be able to shake hands. You know what I'm saying? We got, the live shows that'll be going on, and there could be some opportunity for people to swing by and, be able to kind of see that and ask questions and, and be there in real life to what we're doing. There's some other networking events and things, and there's opportunity for communities, right? Like if you're a part of a community and you're like, man, like I want to do something, but I don't have a lot of bread, Well, let us know. Like when I started off, I didn't have a lot of bread, and I reached out and connected with the people that did, and we all work together, right? And so that's really what it's about. In this mega space, it's going to be that opportunity for us to, that way you don't have to show up and be like, oh, I've never met you before,
right?
Because it can be kind of tough.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic first touch point. It's the icebreaker. Obviously, spaces are a great way for people to communicate. We love them. A lot of people love them. That's why we're all here. So Sunday night, don't miss it. So it's posted up to the nest. Make sure that you set a reminder. Make sure that you don't miss it. Oh gosh, that's dope.
I know. And speaking of missing it, Hang on, I'm sorry, Ardo. I'm sorry. I hate to jump in here, Commander, but speaking of missing it, we've been missing Al Marauder's name. It's been up for like a hot minute. He did get a double pit stand, so he's got both arms up at this point. No, it's just like
they're getting tired, bro. They're getting tired.
Go ahead, fam.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, you brought up Avalanche, so I was gonna just like say a really cool like news tidbit. I don't know if you guys saw on the news, but apparently JP Morgan has been researching Avalanche subnets to use because the way Avalanche is structured is that you can create like subnets on their chain. So you create like little mini chains on their chain. So like your chain is isolated, and like these private corporations are really interested in stuff like that because they want their data to be proprietary and private. They don't want it to be public. And so like it'd be kind of cool if you had like an Avalanche like tree of like subnets, and like all these companies were using Avalanche like as their like kind of interoperable layer where they could transfer data when needed. But then you'd have like these subnets where it's like an isolated silo essentially. I just wanted to bring that up.
Hell yeah.
Love that. And too, Marauder, had we had called on your hand in proper order, it would have fit right in there. So that's on us. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm wondering?
Yeah, you guys are slacking. Come on.
You know what I love, and jokes aside, I mean, it's still a joke, but with the pit stands, right, for the arms that hold too long, like I just love the idea so much, but it's not like an actual reasonable product to have, even though like it'd be great to have one. But I think maybe what we could do is like a chocolate bar, right? A chocolate bar, the Web3 breakfast pit stand, pit break stand. I don't know, but it's a chocolate bar that you eat. So that we could still make the pit stands, because if you make an actual pit stand to raise someone's arm, like you're not actually going to need it. It would be a useless product.
Dude, what?
So you're saying to put chocolate in your armpit?
No. It's just that's what it's called. You eat it like a normal candy bar. Like a normal.
While your arms up,
maybe I explained that incorrectly.
Turbo's about to shove Hershey's bars in his pits, bro.
Yeah, he was about to melt a chocolate bar in his armpit. Maybe it's not about what you hear; it's what I say. And so I assume that I didn't say that correctly.
Nah, we could get into the whole psychology piece about, all the different conversations that are happening at one time, when you're having a conversation with somebody. But we only got 2 minutes left, you know what I'm saying? And so that would just be absolutely ridiculous because it's going to take way more time than 2 minutes.
At least.
And so what I think needs to happen. Oh, it's Friday. And we're wrapping this week up. Let's go through and check out the community. King, I see you pulling up, man. He's decentralizing and tokenizing the music industry from Ohio. OH, my God. Modern Canadian always pulling up. We got to give Mike lots of love. You can catch him doing some gaming and some other things around the blockchain. Shouts out to my guy, Awesome, coming up. Yo, this guy is YouTubing his way all the way up to the top. Juice got them big old muscles. So if you want big muscles, make sure you give him a follow, and you can have big muscles too. And as always, I got to give a special shout out to my guys, I love 74K. They're great supporters, and this is Web3 Breakfast.
Dang, that was the most amazing way to end the week.
Breakfast.
That was a fantastic way to end this week, Turbo. Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody for being here. Friday, baby. This is one of my favorite days of the week, and you know that because it's pizza day. So I'm super excited. Got a few things to get through today. We got AJ's show coming up in about a half an hour. You got Ben's at 11:30, and then I am out on the road on my way up to Nashville to eat some Nashville pizza tonight. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. If we don't see you the rest of the day, make sure you tap back in on Monday. New sponsor to the show. We got some new things going on. So have a great weekend. Do something cool. Do what you can to make yourself 1% better every single day. And I guess what? When that shit stacks up, you'll be feeling great. So have a great weekend. Adios.